DJ flight cases are heavy, bulky, they take up a lot of space, and they're way overpriced. So instead of paying an absurd amount for a DJ case, I want to offer you an alternative that's just as good, gives you good protection, is more efficient, and will save you some money in the process. Hey gang, welcome back to my channel, and thank you guys for joining me today. So I went from loading a car to an SUV to a trailer, and all the stuff that I acquired over the years by the necessity of DJing has grown tremendously. So I'm always looking for ways to improve, but with that improvement has come different ways of transporting my gear and cutting down on the bulk and the clutter while making it a lot more easy and faster for me to load in and load out of the venue and get things done in a more efficient and organized way. So with that, I've got the Craftsman stackable cases that I use instead of using flight cases to transport some of my smaller items. Now, these cases have allowed me to take a lot more stuff into my venue a lot faster. It packs down really small. They're stackable, they lock in tight, they're water resistant, and there's so many different ways and different things that these cases do. All you have to do is really customize them a little bit for your need, but they look good. You can buy them in a set or you can buy them individually, and it's just made my experience a lot better as far as loading in and loading out, and getting rid of a little bit of that being tired at the end of the night, because I can pack a lot of the smaller things in and I can customize what I'm taking in and out based on what I'm doing for that event. So just the idea and thought of these cases is awesome. It's like racks on racks on racks, stacks and stacks on stacks. And if you don't think that you can load some good stuff in this case,
Don't believe me, just watch.
you can fit so much stuff in these cases. You want to load your cables? I got you. You want to load a power cord? I got you. You want to load a stand for your mixer? Got you. You want to load a tablecloth? I got you. You want to load a mixer? I got you. You want to load your mics? I got you. You want to load your uplighting? I got you. You can load so many stuff in these cases. If you can pack all that down into one trip into a venue, come on. That's a lot of time shaved off your setup and breakdown. Now let me preface this by saying I handle my own gear. I don't really let anybody else help me with the gear when I load in and load out. There's only one or two people that I trust and that I know to help me with my gear, and they all know my system, and that's really important to me to making my gear last, because let's face it, DJs, this gear is our investment. It's expensive, and if it gets broken, that's coming directly out of our pockets, and that's no bueno. So you really got to take care of your equipment. And that's all the more reason to use this to help get a lot more gear in faster, safer, without the need for carrying heavy gear. It's for your safety, the safety of others, and all locks in, so it makes it a lot better. Now, what I really like about this case is that it's rugged, it's heavy duty, it's designed for tools, it's designed to take a beating. So if you can take a beating with your tools, you better believe it's gonna carry your gear. So this is made out of hard plastic, and it's really tough, it's sturdy. What I would recommend is, depending on what you plan to put in there, like for me, I use a lot of my uplightings in here, so I'll put a little foam down. Go to Walmart, get yourself some foam for $5. It'll come in 1 inch or 2 inch thick. Cut that to the size of your case, stick it in there, and then boom, pop your lights in there. This is actually, I feel like, a little bit better than the flight cases that come with your lights, because those come with the hard rubber and they take a little bit more beating as far as it comes from vibration, but this padding is going to absorb all that vibration, and that will translate not into your lights and not into your gear. Now, my flight case for my lights is super heavy. This thing is like 60 pounds, and it's just a case to carry 6 lights. Are you kidding me? So this case weighs maybe 15 pounds, and that's giving it a lot of credit. It may weigh less than that. So I can lift the case up with my pinky, versus you need 2 hands and you need to straighten out your back when you're lifting up the flight case. So this is the difference between these two cases. I can stack 2, 3, 4 of these cases, and it's still not going to equal the weight of the one empty flight case without 6 lights in there. So you talk about a win. This is a win. Now these cases are strong. It also has a weather gasket that keeps it sealed, which keeps the moisture out so your lights don't get wet. It prevents water from leaking in there. And this is actually going to give you a lot more protection than a regular flight case is going to give you. It's stackable, so they can lock into each other. The colors match on them, so they look good as a set when you have all the boxes out there. You can still lock your cases as you stack them on top. You can close and open them and you can access them even though they're stacked. There's inserts that come with the case so you can slide them right into the front and you can label the case based on need. I have a labeler, so I just slapped a label on there. I have a trailer, so when I load these and I stack them on top of each other, it just gets tie wrapped right down to the easy track so it doesn't move during transport. I load it in, 4 or 5 stacks, put it up against the wall, lock her down, that baby ain't going nowhere. And this has pretty large wheels on it, which is great for all terrains. I do a lot of tent weddings, so for me, it's rolling over the grass. So this is where this system for me is gonna be a big advantage over a flight case that has casters on it. Because I don't know about you guys, but if you've never tried to roll casters over grass, it don't work that good. If you've gotta have at least 5-inch wheels on there to get that to kind of roll, but it's a lot of work rolling stuff into a venue. Talk to me after you roll a subwoofer against a 120-yard field to get to your tent in the wedding, and you'll feel a little bit different about what I'm telling you here versus what you've been doing there. The other cool part about this setup is you can mix and match your case, right? If you're going to the reception and you're bringing your uplighting, you can stack your uplighting. Maybe you're not uplighting at your next event, so leave your uplighting cases and only bring your power cords and your microphone on a different case. So you really can kind of mix and match based on what you're doing. Maybe you're doing a ceremony, so you only need a mixer, your laptop tray, and some power accessories. That can all stack, and your microphone. Slap that together, transport it out. And one of the other big factors about this system is that it's a lot cheaper. And it's not cheaper because it's sacrificing material and your equipment. It's not a big, bulky plywood case that requires more assembly, more money for production, etc., etc., etc. That's what really goes into those cases. And then a lot of times you're paying for name brands as well. So at the time of this video, it costs either $25, $30, or $50 for the cases, small, medium, and large. That's what you're gonna pay. And after that, you just invest in whatever material you need to customize your case, permanently or semi-permanently. That's the other thing. You can swap them up based on what you need. In this example here, I take a case, I've used it sometimes to transport my microphone. So if I need to move a microphone from location to location, I put Velcro that is permanently in this case that I can just take a tie wrap, put it to a couple specific areas in the case, and then boom, I've got a microphone holder for my mics. And I do that on both sides, and the case is really customizable for a lot of different things that I do. Now, these cases are really strong. So you may have seen the video of the Rockville Rock Wedge case when they came out, and you've got the guy, he drops it right off the back of a truck and then lifts it up and it's still surviving. That's crazy. Actually, side note, I would love to drop some gear off the back of the truck. Just not gonna do it with my own. So send me your gear, I'll drop it off the back of a truck. Seriously though, nobody is going to be dropping their gear off the back of the truck. Chances are you are the one who handles your gear all the time, with maybe the exception of having a roadie, which is going to take care of your gear. So your gear shouldn't be getting tossed around and thrown around. That's worst case scenario. I've actually dropped these cases and nothing's happened to my gear. It's been absolutely fine. So that's how I know that these cases offer really good protection. But you've got to pad it out based on your need. Don't just throw stuff in there and have the case, throw it down, and yeah, you're going to destroy your gear. But put padding in there like any other case that you get is going to have, and you'll be fine. I don't know what else I could possibly say about this case. Maybe, I don't know, take the sticker off, put your own logo on there, bedazzle it, paint it, make it look really nice to match your company. So all I'm saying is the age of the big, ginormous, heavy cases for transport, I think those days are numbered. Why do all that when you have a much easier way to transport your gear? So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you took anything out of it, give it a thumbs up, a like, don't be weird, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video.